Hard on your vision when everybody pops in. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're just going to give people a few minutes to join. Thank you for being back, or if this is your first day. So let us know in the comments whether this is your first time here, or you've been to all the sessions, or you've been, so put first time, one, two, or three. How many you've been to? I know some of you have been here to all of them. I recognize faces. First time, welcome. We've got some first timers. Been to all, yay. First time. Excellent. So for the first timers, I am Heather Cameron, the co-host of the Scrapbooking Fun Summit and Circle, and Tracy is my other partner. She's there for me. I don't know where she is for you, but she's over there. Um, we are excited to be doing day 4 of this challenge. So the Prompt and Play challenge has been really fun. Love what you guys have been doing and the creativity that people have put together for it. And the way it works is we are going to give you something, and you guys get 30 minutes to create based on that. And if this is your first time, you can go back and watch the replays as well. So the replays are there, so you can watch those. And we are going to have fun creating. And then we'll talk a little bit about the Scrapbooking Fun Circle, which is our membership that's opened right now. So if you guys want to come and join us and keep doing this, and thank you for the people who have joined over the last couple of days. We're really excited to have you in the circle. And the circle is our membership to keep this atmosphere of giving yourself time every week to play with your papercraft supplies. It's probably the basis of it. With an amazing community of women, we do a challenge each month. That's kind of what can you create based on that challenge. You have the month to do it. We always have a guest expert, and our guest expert for July is Alicia
McNamara.
McNamara. Thank you. Always have to think of her last name. People love her. She's definitely a fan favorite for our summit. And we have shows and tells, and you have access to the library of all our old recordings as well. So I'll go over a little bit by why when you guys are crafting, but that is what's open, and it closes on June 30th. If you join, you get 15% off for the ongoing membership if you join in this period of time. And we have some members. I see a few members from our circle here as well. So that's what we are. And okay, say Margaret's here with no camera. Margaret, work on your camera. So Margaret's in part of our circle and she's in Ireland. So we have lots of different people and it's exciting. So without further ado, so that we have time to see what everyone's doing, we're going to talk today about your assignment for the day, or your
Assignment. I like
Tracy,
that.
Tracy's surprise. What is Tracy's surprise, Tracy?
Well, I found that, we were kind of not necessarily telling you what to do, but now it's like you're just going to have theme in a sense, but you get to pick out of a few. And then you get to go crazy for a bit. Okay, so there's no limitations as to what you can't use or things that what you have to use. All right, because now you know you've got all this product and use it all or use anything you want. The only thing is our subjects, though. How did we come across those, Heather? Right?
So
That was different.
yes. So we were trying to think of subjects to do for Tracy's surprise, and we ended up going to one of my favorite tools with this Mr. Chat GPT and said, "What is June 27th?" So you guys know theme days, right? There's Grandparents' Day, there's Cat Day, there's Take Your Bird Out Day. There is every type of day we've ever thought of. So we put together all of the ones that are for June 27th, or we picked a bunch of them, and we are going to spin the wheel and we're going to choose 4. And we want you to either use one or stack them if you can. So as many, if you can use all 4, great. If you just go for one, that's fine. But if you can stack them and combine them, and we don't know what's going to show up. So how you stack them and whether you combine them is completely up to you guys.
Also, as everything else, it depends on how you read that day as well, right? You can take it very literally, or you can go, okay, what can I work with this or around that?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And
And
you'll see because some of the subjects you'd be like, what? Why did they pick this? Well, I just find again, you've got to get creative with what these days are.
and we have no control with what these days are, because this is
No.
this is the world that creates these kind of bizarre days. And you can create your own if you want. It told me that as well, but we didn't do that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen and we're going to see what comes up. We're going to do 4 rolls. 4 wheels, 4 spins. Can you see that, everyone?
You just see the blank screen right now, Heather. Yep, we're good.
Yeah, I got to get rid of this. Okay, so we're gonna go for it, spin it, and see what happens. Here's the first one. It's a good one. Good one for this time of year if you're in North America. National Sunglass Day. So, National Sunglass Day is the first one. The second one is this one's an interesting one, National Onion Day. So it could be food related. It could be, onions make you cry. So that's what Tracy's talking about how can you take the thought of onions? It could be onion color. Hey,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah.
You could use an onion color, whatever onion color is brown. So go with it. But it is National Onion Day if you're cooking tonight and you want to add onions to your food. Remove. So we have ice cream and onions.
No,
Sunglass.
no, not ice cream.
Sunglasses, sorry,
Sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Sunglasses. It's
Thank you.
okay.
We might have
We
ice
haven't
cream.
hit ice cream yet.
Ooh.
Oh, oh,
Ooh,
oh.
National Helen Keller's Day. So it could be about not seeing, it could be about overcoming obstacles. You
goes
can,
good with the glasses.
it goes with glasses, yeah.
Yeah.
And then one more.
And you should see the days that we didn't pick.
National Dream Big Day. So there you go. Very
Oh,
interesting combination for your imaginations to work with. The
I
ones
have
we,
typed them in, but we will repeat. Sorry, go ahead, Heather.
I was going to say, the ones we didn't pick were National Ice Cream Cake Day, International Pineapple Day, National Bingo Day, National Food Truck Day, Drive Your Corvette to Work Day. Did anybody drive their Corvette to work today? I don't know. So those are the ones, but the results were, and I can cut them from here, Tracy, too.
Well,
National
yeah, I did put them in
National
there, but
Onion
go ahead.
Day, Helen Keller's Day, and Dream Big Day. So are you guys ready? Your mind's spinning on what you can do. So you can do one or you can do them all. So that's up to you to choose which ones you want to do in your theme. If you can stack two's fine. So it's about stacking them and playing with them. And
Hmm.
I'm going to kick off with my timer. If you have any questions, just let us know. You can talk, unmute yourself. We're easy on that. And I'm going to give you 32 minutes so we end on a standard time. 32 minutes, a whole extra 2 minutes.
I'm glad we got the ones we got and not the ones that you didn't choose.
Like I said, you can do just one, so that makes it easy. You can do one or you can do many.
All right. All right, all right. Here we go.
What was the last one?
Yeah, I'm going to put them in again for you. There you go. So they're in the comments.
Dream Big
National Sun
Day.
Day,
Oh, Dream
National
Big
Onion
Day.
Day, Helen Keller's Day, and Dream Big Day.
Well, all those actually go together. I
Yeah, they may.
mean, besides onion, but color wise,
That's it. If you can use them all in an inventive way,
Mhm.
the more creative you are with how you interpret them, the more fun, right? So how you interpret which ones you use. The sunglass one's the easy one of all of them, I think.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's up.
especially if you have stickers or a cricket too,
Yeah, stickers,
you
crickets,
know.
die cut, many things have sunglasses.
Yeah.
I just want
Dyes. I wish I had sunglass dyes. I just have a cricket that has a bunch of options.
I have to look up you had to look up Helen Keller. So Helen Keller is she I
She
will get
was
I get the
deaf, blind, and mute.
Blind and deaf, yeah.
yeah, but did
Yeah,
she
she was and blind, deaf, and mute.
Mm.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
And again, like, sorry, I don't read a lot of books, and this was she was a true woman here.
Mm.
But she overcame a lot. Like, I mean, she could speak a few words and whatnot, but if you ever watch that movie, it's like wow, like can you imagine trying to, and this is I can't remember like the years, was she in the
well, I can tell you the
30s or
years.
something?
I can give you the years. So she was
Yeah.
born in June 27th, 1880 and died in July 1st, 1968. She was a vocal advocate for people with disabilities She was both deaf and blind and became a celebrity author, political activist, and lecturer. She was vocal advocate for people with disabilities, women's suffragettes, women's working rights, and co-founder of the American Civil Liberty Union. There you go. So very
I had
inspiring.
to I had to learn about her in elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Um, Margaret asked, and she's in Ireland, so they may not have the same
Hmm.
focus on her as they would have in the US. In Canada, we know about her, but I don't know how much we don't remember in school or not. I'm not sure.
Well, just because of how famous she ended up becoming for all that stuff, and for overcoming so much.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what. So that works well with big dreams. See, you can match things here.
Yeah,
Being inspired
for
with big.
sure. She always inspired me.
If anyone just joined, because I think a few people have, we are doing Tracy's surprise today, and we spun a wheel and we used what June 27th is. So different topics that exist or different days that they create for June 27th, and we came up with four. And the idea is you can pick one or you can stack them. So we have National Sunglass Day, National Onion Day. So it could be food related, it could be the color of onions, it could be tears, Helen Keller Day, and Dream Big Day. So those are the days that we're working on if you joined us. And Margaret says she's
What
not
I
in.
find for this last week, sorry, is I don't know about anybody else, but I'm using a lot of scraps. I really am.
That's the idea.
Yeah, it is because I guess because there's no pre-planning and we only have so much time, so I'm just going through the scraps, and that's a good thing.
That's good. Margaret, you're not in your sea shed. So Margaret is one of our circle members and she is in Ireland and her husband built her this beautiful shed behind her house that is her craft room. I don't even think it should be called a shed. It is a beautiful craft workshop that she has that she's normally in, but she's out, I think she's babysitting. Um, so, but it's envious when you see her beautiful crafting shed that she has built.
Mhm.
Thanks, Heather.
We're envious, Margaret. We're envious. And it's very quiet again, but people are moving. You're getting your steps in today. Fun to see who's here.
Hmm. Where did you go?
Sometimes I feel like it kind of like you're trying to get your stuff around and then nothing's going right. And you're like, come on, just because
That
you're
happens.
trying to be fast or not fast like to do the project, but fast to like get your stuff together.
Oh yeah, we have to stop stop doubting. We just have to go, okay, we got to do it. We only have so much time, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, it's that alone is a challenge that everybody here has overcome.
Mhm. Yeah, you guys have
So
created some
there.
amazing pieces of paper
Hmm.
crafting art.
Yep.
Well, when I put the times in my calendar, I put them all in Eastern time instead of Central time.
Uh,
And so yesterday I totally spaced.
you weren't the only one. People have signed up at like 2 in the morning. And we try our best to get all these time zones, but it is complicated.
Mhm.
And so we've had people sign up at different times. See, I get a notice somebody signs on to my Zoom and I'm not there. It's like, oh, okay, sorry. It's 2. You're not there. So
Yeah.
we have a few people coming and going. So if you're new here, I will post the topics again. We're doing Tracy's surprise, which is a combination of things that June 27th means. So we have National Sunglass Day, National Onion Day, Helen Keller Day, and Dream Big Day. And the idea is to use one or all, as many as you can, to create your masterpieces.
Yeah, today I finally remembered to get the right time zone so
So,
that I could.
oh, people have dropped off. I was going to say, the woman who was here with her daughter the other day who drew was on, but she dropped off. So I was going to see if she's drawing again. I don't think
Maybe
she.
her internet went out or something.
Oh, it's possible. I don't think she dropped off on purpose. She may come back.
Yeah. I know sometimes I have internet problems when my dad's working from home. Because we're all trying to use it at the same time and Zoom and do all
Weather
that stuff.
storm,
So,
or if there's storms or other things like that going on as well.
yeah,
Not sure.
for sure.
It's a somewhat long weekend in Canada, which is
Oh, okay.
so July 1st is our equivalent to July 4th, but it's a Tuesday. So Monday is
Uh,
officially a work day, but almost everyone I know is taking that off. So they're creating an extra long weekend for themselves. But so and it's our first it's
fun.
for here, most kids just finish school. So it's the first weekend when the kids are out of school. And so lots going on for that for people.
Wow. You guys go quite a while.
We start later though. We start
Okay.
after Labor Day.
Okay.
A lot of people in the US I know you start in August, but we start after Labor Day.
We used to
My
start
son's
after Labor
school,
Day.
Yeah.
my son's school starts in like August 20th or something.
Ours is after, but Labor Day is very early this year, so I have no idea what they're gonna. It's the earliest it can be, actually. It's the first.
I
We've got focused
don't know,
people,
maybe
concentrating faces. I'm like, what should I do? We've got some machines going. Definitely focused.
well, my favorite thing to do is listen to audiobooks when I'm
Mm-hmm.
crafting. But sometimes I just have to take a couple hours out of the day and just lay down and listen to my book and kind of doze.
I'm a big fan of audiobooks, so I understand that. Focused. Some people asked some questions about the circle yesterday afterwards. So, a few things about the circle times that we do on the circle. We vary the time per month. We do afternoon and evenings, North American Eastern Standard Time, based on availability, but we always try to do both because we have people in Australia and we have people in Canada. So we vary the time for that. We have one expert per month comes in and teaches, or we do some class or something. And then our craft and chats are really open crafting time to chat and to talk and to just really give yourself the gift of crafting. What was the other questions we had? The price is 25 US dollars minus the 15% discount, or if you buy the quarterly pass, you get an extra 10% off just by the combined of it. Those are the main questions we had, and it is US dollars because that is the currency that the world uses. Not too many big questions. You have 20 minutes and 30 seconds left. We're crafting away. Tracy's really focused today. She has an idea and she's working on it.
Kind of typical me. I'm like, I have the idea, but I'm like, how can I show it that this really is what it is?
Mhm.
That's all. I'm just, people will be like, what the heck is that? A lot of my, clients will look at my pages going, how did you put those two pictures together? What does that symbolize? Because I'll do things like this. Anyway,
That's
yeah,
okay.
but I
That's
might have to get letters and actually write something about it.
That's the fun part of figuring out how it'll be interesting to see how everybody interprets the same things. That's the cool part.
I just had another thought of what I could do.
And to see it 30 minutes seems long after the fourth time of doing it, or does it still seem short? That's another one too. You can get used to crafting and doing things faster the more you do it.
Heather, it's Margaret here.
Yeah.
I am trying to save something that I have designed in Cricut, and I have flattened it so it is actually a sticker.
Mm-hmm.
So would I need to? I'm trying to copy it, but I don't know how I can copy it. Are you familiar with the Cricut software?
I am not, but we have lots of ladies here, might be. Can anybody
Yeah,
answer?
I do. I do a Cricut.
So how do you copy?
Nicole.
Say it again, Margaret, and what's the question?
I have designed a sticker because I have no craft items with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to save it and share it in the group chat, but I
Oh,
don't know how to save it.
So you want to save it as like an image or a PDF?
Yes, or something like that.
I'm just going to
okay.
show my computer screen. That's what I'm going to do today, if that's
My
helpful.
Your
my
camera's
camera's
not
not
working.
working.
Oh, that doesn't help, does it?
I'll
So,
post it. I'll post it in the
Margaret,
group. Yes,
Margaret, what you'll do, are you doing it on your phone or your computer?
on my laptop.
Okay. So basically what you need to do is you save it, and then do you have the app on your phone too? The
I
Cricut app?
couldn't get it. I couldn't get into Zoom on my phone for some reason.
No,
No,
but
not Zoom, the Cricut app.
I do.
Okay. After you save it on your computer, go to your or actually there should be a share button when you like,
I have an
you know,
easier solution for you.
Yeah, but if I save it on my phone, I'll be on my
Margaret, why don't you
yeah,
just do a print screen
I could try that.
and then you'd get a picture of your screen. It would just do a snapshot of your screen.
And I might be able to add that into the group chat, and then you see what I made with the onion.
Yeah. So yeah, print screen will do that because then you can just that becomes a JPEG or a PNG file.
Great idea. Thank you. You'll
yeah,
see it
that's
in the
easier
chat if it
than
works.
that's
That's the
definitely
easiest.
easier.
Yeah. Yes, that or you could print it as a PDF file. So another one said you can probably print it as a PDF file in Cricut.
No, you
No.
can't.
I think
No,
I'm gonna have to go to Tracy's house and start playing with her Cricut one day.
you'll love it, Heather.
Hmm.
We do have Cricut experts, but they're not all here today, so. But good question.
Yeah, I've had Crickets since 2009 when we did the old cartridge ones. That was my first one, was the original one.
Excellent. Everybody moves around. It's like, where'd they go?
I stamped out a crab and his eyes are just so like creepy looking. I did a scrapbook page. I've been making scrapbook pages for my um brother of his family and stuff. And I did a page when they were at the beach with a little crab that I cut out. And I did I put googly eyes on the crab.
It's fun.
It was funny. They liked it.
We have 15 minutes left.
I don't think I'm going to make it this
You will.
time.
You make it whatever you have. That's the fun part. Whatever you have. And it just started to pour rain here, Tracy, because you're in the basement.
Rain, rain.
I managed to do it, and I have print screen in the chat.
Fun.
Nice.
I haven't seen it yet. It'll come through.
It's probably taken a while to load.
Probably. It does come through the chat. People were posting them the other day, so. Excellent. Very
I just
fun.
want to let you guys do an enabler alert. If somebody doesn't know, but Lawn Fawn, they have like the stamps and stuff company. Well, they also have a clear glitter pen, and I get them for like $5 from my favorite craft store in Pittsburgh. But I don't know how much they are on Lawn Fawn's website, but they're awesome. It's clear glitter, like so you can glitter anything, and it's not like colored or anything.
Is that a Lawn Fawn brand, or can you get it on Amazon?
It's a Lawn Fawn brand, but I'm not sure if you may be able to get them or others on Amazon. I'm not sure.
Like a brush?
No, it's like a
Brush
marker,
pen?
like a paint pen, and
Sorry, I
you can
wasn't even
push it
looking.
in.
Sorry.
You can push
Okay,
it in
okay.
to get more glitter to come out.
People
Kind of
make
like a paint pen.
Margaret, I'll show yours when it's your turn because yours is very cute. Well done.
It was just an idea that popped into my head, and I said, right, I'll see, can I make it? And so that'll be a water bottle sticker for me.
It's well done. I will show it when we do it, but it's well done it's what you can think of. That's the whole cool thing about doing
Mm.
this kind of exercise. You don't quite know what people are going to dream up in the.
But I've also realized that when you have no camera, there is a workaround. So I've learned something new.
There always is. You just
And I
got.
had to go to ChatGPT to see what happens when I hit print screen. So when I hit print screen, that's the same as doing copy, and then it's on the clipboard, so all you have to do is paste.
Okay. You have a
So
Mac then, I guess.
no, I have an iPad. It's not anything Windows, it's not anything posh at all.
Hmm. All good. But very
So
inventive.
I'm trying to think how Dory looks from Finding Dory.
it's
The
just proof
imagination
that
go in so many
eh,
different directions, and that's the fun part of doing this is it goes in all different directions of what you're doing and what you can do.
it's great in the group because when you're stuck with something, oftentimes there are people who can help.
Mm-hmm.
And are people who have tried something else and have an idea, and it's great for sharing because every week we learn something, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
old or new, but and then being pushed outside your boundaries is great fun.
Yes, it is. That's the fun part.
You're right, Margaret. I mean, I find that we do help each other out a lot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's amazing what everybody knows. And then one person asks a question, and poof, we get all different, ideas, comments, help for it, whatever, suggestions.
Well,
Hmm.
that's the
Yeah.
fun part of doing anything in a group, right? And the cool part
Yeah.
is we can do it on Zoom, and that's the fun part too, is you don't have to, we can do we have Margaret in Ireland, Ruth joined I think Ruth's here today. Ruth joined from Australia the other day, and we have a couple other people from Oz who are in the circle. So it's something neat to be able to do it with people, and you learn. So one thing we've learned as North Americans is it's harder for Margaret to get supplies. He doesn't have access to the stuff that you do in the US and then we have shipping, which gets factored into it
Yeah.
as well.
And then tax here, and the shipping from America is on average $50 plus
Yeah.
for the smallest packet. So it's not worth it.
Yeah. So for all of you who are used to free shipping, it doesn't kind of work internationally. And so you have to work with different supplies, but then you have access to some supplies that we don't, right? So European
Mm.
designers and things like that.
But even in the summit, there was a dye that I wouldn't have access to, but I had seen it on Cricut at the same shape in a frame, and I went onto my Cricut and I was able to reconstruct the same card using the Cricut
Oh, that's
with
good.
the idea of the die, which means I can make it any size I want to.
That's
So
smart.
learn new things.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, you
I
don't really,
love when that happens.
and the same in Australia, although there are a lot of paper crafter creators in Australia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ones
Hmm.
who create the paper and
Mm.
do that. So there's several of them
And
that we've had on past summits as well.
they have Kaiser craft, which are beautiful.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was just gonna say, my friend, my friend helps with PaperCraft. She's, um, she lives there, and I'm not sure which part, but she's like 8 hours from the Australia Zoo
Yeah,
south.
that can be pretty far.
So,
I lived beside the Australia Zoo, but 8 hours can put you through a lot of the country.
mm.
So,
Well, my sister-in-law went to the zoo when she was in Australia and met Bindi and her mom and brother.
no, that's the other zoo. That zoo's north. That's the one because there's a zoo in Sydney, and then there's a bigger zoo that her mom they built and up in the northern part.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. I live in Texas.
Hmm.
And for me to get to my hometown, it's a 9 hour drive just across the state of Texas.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
Oh
isn't
gosh.
it?
what's 8 hours? It's no big deal.
Exactly.
I live in I live in Texas as well, in Dallas.
That is fun. Australia is pretty big. The big difference, though, is when you're driving from one city to another city in parts of Australia, there is nothing. No gas stations, no place to buy a drink. There is nothing, depending where you are. So if you're going through the outback, it's pretty remote in certain parts. If you're along the coast, it's not, but in the outback, it is.
Yeah, she lives, yeah,
Depending
she's,
on where you're at in Texas, there might be nothing out there either.
That's true.
yeah, except desert. I've been that way too.
You guys have
Yeah,
just about
I
7 minutes left to let you know.
I'm from Texas. If you live in West Texas, it might be tumbleweeds.
Yeah, I've made the trek through Texas, all the way through to El Paso, to Arizona, to California. I've been around the United States,
We get this.
not living, but well, I've lived around the United States too in 7 different states, but
I think it's something we share as Canadians too. Driving a distance, driving from here to Florida, it's 14, 15 hours. People do it in a day.
yeah.
They just get in the
Hmm.
car and go.
Yep.
So it's all good.
We did it. We went to Florida a lot because my aunt and uncle live down there. And
Mhm.
so we've been able to do different things. Disney was when I was 8 years old, and that's the only time I've been able to go. It's expensive now, like
Less
especially
expensive
when
in
you don't.
Europe, isn't it? But yes, everything's expensive these days, but that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, it sure is. It's all right.
Hmm.
That's just how the world goes.
Yeah. Been very, very busy ladies here. Everyone's focused.
I'm multitasking.
Focused and creating, which is very cool. I'm excited to see how you guys take these and interpret them. Because I didn't think of Margaret did a red onion, which is I did not think of red onions, which I ate them every day, but I didn't think of red onions for a color. I was thinking brown for a color. But purple onions, red onions, different color. It's actually what people use to dye things with. So
Yeah, now with Trump's, I mean, not to get political, I'm just saying with the dyes and stuff in food, like they're trying to get all that stuff out of
it,
food.
it's mostly out of food here in Canada. There are some, but it's not as much as what you have in the US.
And the
So,
same in Europe with the EU.
I was going to say in Europe you have less dyes than we do even. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
but
which is
in Canada,
cool.
yeah. There's a few here, but a lot of them have been remove, which why do we need dye in our food? I don't know. Dyes that are natural is okay. If you want to dye your food
Yeah.
with a red onion is a great dye if you want to make a t-shirt too, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that people use red onion skins to make Easter eggs, like to dye Easter eggs purple. They'll take red
Mm.
onion stains and just let them soak in water and then put the egg in the water, and that's
Mhm.
what turns them into a purple, is the skin of the red onion.
Yep.
So things you can use instead of throwing out the skins, keep them and you can use them to dye. It's all
My
good.
niece is a fashion designer and she has just finished her finals and she did very well in her finals, but she was using seaweed to dye fabric.
Oh, neat.
She was showing the way the people in the west coast of Ireland, how they dyed their fabrics with the barks of trees and seaweed and stuff like that. Her whole collection was all hand dyed like that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Wow.
Don't have an abundance of seaweed here, but that would work.
We have lots of it.
We have lake weeds, but I don't know if they do the same thing. But you could probably dye things with grass when you think about it.
Hmm.
So you guys have 3.5 minutes left. Well, and similar to other days, when we're finished, you can raise your hand and we will highlight everyone's work and see how you interpreted this. We will see.
I'm going to say one thing, and that is I knew what some of the subjects could have been, right? So I was even like thinking, I was driving today a bit, going, what could I do? Da 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 da. And not at all what I had thought of. So
Yeah.
yeah, can't even pre-plan for this kind of day.
And that's the fun part of it. You don't get
Yeah.
to pre-plan, you get to create and see what comes out of what comes with the topics. And the cool part is you can do this for fun because every day has a different, like if you don't know what to craft, just look at what are the days of what a day means, and you're always going to have different things. So that's kind of fun.
And who knows, maybe you'll look at the tomorrow, and you'll go, oh no, I better craft today. I don't like what tomorrow is. You know what I mean? You might just go, okay.
I don't think there's any day that doesn't have a theme, and maybe some
Yeah,
very
no, but
creative themes.
if one motivates you more than another, that's all.
Definitely.
So.
Definitely. We got a couple more minutes left. And if you don't know how to raise your hand, it's under reactions. And you just raise your hand. If you're not on camera, you'll have to turn your camera on when I start highlighting them because I can't highlight you if you don't have your camera on. But other than that, you can just raise your hands. And if you can't figure out how to raise your hand at the end, we'll go over who just waves at us and we'll put it up that way as well. You have a minute left. And of course, you can finish them afterwards as well, but you have a minute left in our 30-minute window. Here comes the hands. The hands are going up. I get a little alert every time you guys raise a hand. It's like a bubble bursting, which is a strange sound, but there we go. Okay, time is up. So if you want to, when you're ready, raise your hand and then we'll go through and highlight everybody and show them and show what you're doing. I'm going to start with Margaret's because I have it up on my screen. So Margaret did this very cool sticker interpreting your dream big day in an onion. You want to give us what you used?
Oh, wow.
Are you still there, Margaret? Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm still here. I When I couldn't take part, I just said, I wonder could I make something on Cricut? So I just went in and searched for onion and then sunglasses and put in Dream Big and they all actually matched. And then I made from one of the free shapes you get with Cricut, I made the art shape and then you could make that and cut it all out in separate pieces. But what I did was I just flattened the whole thing to make it in, and I'll be able to print it as a sticker.
It's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Leslie, you are first when I figure out what I'm doing. There we go.
I made a card. I had these dies that I had just found when I was doing my 4th of July cards for summer. I had this die cut already out of the prism paper. So I made a fun in the sun with sunglasses card for summer.
It's beautiful.
Lovely.
Love that.
The prism paper is
Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's by Hunky Dory.
Very
Okay.
pretty. Rilla. You're muted. You have to unmute.
Sorry. Oh, wow.
I just went looking in my stamps real quick and I found stamps that actually had the sunglasses separate. I like animals, so, and I had another stamp set with animals that had the words Dream Big on it, so I combined those on the card and I just used some background paper with the leaves and that. And
It's
then put that
great.
together.
Makes me want to chill out.
Right.
I just feel like I want to chill out with the giraffe.
Did you color the giraffe in a half hour?
I did. I just used some distress ink and I used the brushes real quick and then I used markers on the leaves on the giraffe and then I cut him out and then glued him down on the background paper.
That was
And then I
quick
cut
work.
the sunglasses out and then glued those on top of his head.
That is an awesome card. Thank
Thank
you.
Yes,
Very
lovely.
nice.
Thank you.
Vicky.
Hey, so I'm a child of the 70s, so I got I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, stuck in my head.
Okay.
So there's the sunglasses, and seeing clearly is the onion part, and Dream Big because it's all about the pool and the rainbows and the happiness. And then I just cheated because this printed background, and I threw a little glitter on there and some rhinestones.
Great. Now you're going to keep
Lovely.
that song going in my head.
I know, I'm
It's a
singing
good
it
song,
too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
User.
Sorry, I still couldn't figure out how to put my name.
Oh, no worries.
I did a life at the beach card
Oh, that's fun.
Looks comfy.
inside.
I love it.
Very nice.
Now I want to go to the beach.
I have family that live on a lake, so one of them will probably get the card.
Great idea. Thank you. Kathy.
Hi.
Hi.
So, for sunglasses, I cut out this during the session. I had Doodlebug summer side stickers on my desk. I used that. Let's see here. I had printed these print and cut yesterday. They're actually like clip art from Creative Fabrica. That's free. Sorry, it's not very
Oh,
good
it's
view. And then I
fantastic.
used, yeah, so it was really pretty. So I was like, oh, I got to print these out and cut those. So I did those. And I tend to do things in sessions because otherwise I get overwhelmed. So I actually had cut these print and cut these out a while back from the Cricut, and then I alcohol markered them. So I do them in batches so then I can use them whenever. And then I use Cartabella paper here, and that's also the sticker. And so I put this all together within the time frame.
It's gorgeous. Thank you.
Very nice. Yes. Love the glasses.
Cindy.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I have all my vintage stuff out. First, let me say today I was a lot calmer than yesterday. I was able to work better, but I have all my vintage stuff out because I'm making collage cards right now. And so when I was looking through my stuff, I found a map of the British Isles. I don't know if you can see that very well. And so it's like a vintage map paper. And I have a dream of always of going to see the British Isles. And so I made a card and I put a tartan on the bottom because that's Scotland, and I made some tartan flowers. And then I had some Tim Holtz sayings, sentiments. And this kind of leaned into the Helen Keller, be curious, blessed are the curious. So I think if she wasn't curious, she would never have done what she did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got.
That is
I
gorgeous.
think that's pretty good to get
Well
all that.
done.
Like you did well with the themes.
Thank
Yes.
you. It all came together today. So
Excellent. Chanty.
So I have Helen Keller wearing sunglasses with
Perfect.
green onion colored grass. And it says, dream big, sunny your days are coming.
I love that.
Wow.
Well,
I love this. I
uh,
love the creations.
Deborah. There you go.
Okay, I did oh sorry, I thought I was further down.
That's okay.
I did a 2-page spread. Creative Memories actually has like a sunglass border maker.
Oh, cool.
So that's just sunglasses. And yeah, I didn't finish embellishing, and they're just barely tacked down in case my photos are different orientation. So
It looks great. Thank you.
I was glad to participate today. I only watched the last 2 days, so.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. They're good. The first day was a lot of fun too. They were all good. Here we go. Linda.
Hello. Okay, I made a card.
Ooh,
and
wow. Pretty.
I fussy cut a couple of stickers and collaged them on the front of another piece of background paper. And the saying is, let your dreams blossom. So I kind of tapped into the sunglasses, the dream big themes.
Excellent. Looks
Very
lovely.
neat.
Thank you. Joanna.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I struggled a little bit with this. I had an alcohol ink panel finished that I wanted to, I'm just trying to put it together now. I don't know if you can see that.
Beautiful.
So I finished the panel, but it's different paper that I'm used to. So everything was just taking forever to dry. The flower syrup with a better press, and then this was a Dream Big stamp that I had, just all I could think of. In the end, I should have seen, because I actually had sunglasses. As I see everybody else's, like all these extra ideas are coming in my head. But this is what I got.
You do what inspired you. That's the thing.
Everybody's typing.
That's beautiful.
Everybody's typing. So pretty, so beautiful. So we would never know you struggled. Ever.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. We would never know.
Thanks so much. This is fun.
It's beautiful. Next is Susan.
Hello. I went with the Helen Keller Overcoming Obstacles and Dream Big. And a big obstacle I have is kind of what we talked about yesterday, using like drawers and drawers full of old stuff. And so I thought, I'm going to overcome that obstacle, and I'm only going to use stuff that I've had forever and stuck in my drawer. And so I thought of, well, how do you overcome obstacles? And I think, well, you overcome obstacles with love and peace and joy and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control. And then the puzzle pieces, I thought, well, that can be a challenge, an obstacle.
Yes,
absolutely.
So I put the puzzle pieces on there. And then inside, I have love knows no bounds and pray more, worry less, and God answers an email. And amen on the back.
That's amazing.
So
well done.
that's my overcoming obstacles and tribute to Helen Keller.
Great.
You have a lot in there. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you. That's wonderful interpretation of what we're doing. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Linda M.
Hi. So I went really simple. And life has been so busy for me lately. So to go relax on the beach would be a dream. Maybe not a huge dream, but definitely a dream. And just the sunglasses added on, and some of the colors from the onion, I think, are in there. I used some ink to add like sand on the bottom. So
which is the same color as an onion, so definitely. And somebody just said they love your relaxed card because we all need to relax more. So
yes, it is a nice relaxing image. Like it's like, oh, everybody calm down now, right?
I know. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Esther.
I'm joining Linda M with relaxing on a island. So it's my vacation life.
Love it.
And I'm showing a picture from one of the island scenes from a cruise previously. I have flowers. I have the onion color, onion skin. And these little stickers say, chase after your dreams, enjoy the wild ride, fun, explore. And this little one says, dreams are plans in the making.
Excellent. Love it.
Very nice.
Very nice. Now we all want to go on vacation.
Yep.
Yeah. Sharon.
Okay. I went originally with Helen Keller, but I think I got everything in there for overcoming obstacles. And so I was having to, I've been wanting to scrap these pictures because April 1st, I had the shoulder replacement surgery. And now this is me doing physical therapy. But I thought it was overcome because I'm 80, that, I did this at that age and I feel great. So that was the overcome the obstacle. And I don't know if you can read, and all this is old stat.
I've actually recognized those stickers. I have them.
It's on vellum. It says, do what you can with what you have where you are, and you can do it.
Yep.
And
yeah, I have those too.
Then I've got some newer stuff, 49 in Market. There's the red for the onion skin and the dream for the big dreams. What did I leave out? I think I got it all. Helen Keller, Onion Day. Oh, I got sunglasses on there.
And everybody's saying they can't believe you're 80 and they wish they looked as good as you did at 80.
And I'm glad.
Okay, thank you.
Very glad that you scrapbooked yourself as well.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Because yes, very important. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you. This has been so much fun.
Oh, good. Thank you. Brilliant.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to try to get this the right direction. I did a 2-page layout, and I don't know if you can see 1 and 2.
I love your onions.
I love your onions.
My favorite new tool is AI when I have a hard theme to come up, or something that's just not going to be available to purchase as an embellishment or whatever. So it even includes a poem. Do you want me to read it real quick?
Go for it.
It's very short. It says, 3 glasses wearing onions dream big under the sun, inspired by Helen Keller's courage and vision. Through Rooted in the Dirt, the Imagine World travels, starring, I think it says soups, but it probably meant something else, and writing veggie plays. Like Helen, they prove that the smallest dream can be the biggest.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow.
Love AI for that kind of stuff. It can definitely get you and inspire you. So thank you so much for sharing. There you guys are. Hi, you're back.
Hi. Yeah. Well, I'm going to flip the camera because nothing of mine is tacked down. I had a hard time trying to look for pictures, and then went with a collection and did sunglasses as my theme today for this one. This was taken on a Father's Day in 2020 during COVID. So, yeah, and somehow we were able to meet with these are my friends, and we were able to meet with a group of friends because we were all aloof, and we got together during Father's Day. And yep, so this is just my friends.
Excellent. Did your daughter draw today, or she didn't have a chance?
No, she didn't do anything today.
That's
She
okay.
she heard it was ice cream. No, it was ice cream cake. It was ice cream cake day. So she said, I'm just going to eat ice cream.
There you go. Go for it. Good idea.
plan.
That's a wonderful layout.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carolyn.
Hello. This is my first time here, so it's taken me a minute to figure out how to work the Zoom. I come up with this is gonna be a scrapbook page for my granddaughter.
Aren't you going to see the rest?
Go ahead.
She's 3 months, and this was on Mother's Day, our first Mother's Day together, and I did the onion theme as in a red onion and the sweet yellow onions for the paper. And then of course I found a pair of sunglasses that were on a duck. So I'm gonna figure out how to incorporate them sunglasses in there. And I am gonna try for the first time to emboss with some pink embossing. I've never done it before, so I figured I shouldn't try it before this.
Thank you. That's beautiful, though. Thank you
Excellent.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Carolyn, you could just take the arms off the sunglasses and fold them down and stick them on as one item.
Yeah.
Or just, if they don't fold in.
No,
and you can put them on the moon.
Yeah, that's where I was wanting to put them, is right there on that little.
Even if you just use the snips and take the arms off them, they'll stick on flat for you.
Yes, I will try that. I just wasn't for sure how I was going to do it yet. I didn't want to rip them apart before I figured it.
Good idea, because you can't put them back together. Nicole.
So this isn't a professional by any chance, but I thought it was fun and funny. So I made a little beach card, and I put the sunglasses on the crab. And I had these little stamps, the fish and stuff. So, and then it says, I'm dreaming big today about the sun. And I did a little sun, and the fish. I wasn't sure how far the water was gonna go, but I just thought, it's fun.
You can have flying fish. It's okay.
And that's different. I love things that are different.
Tracy.
Well, I usually do better than that, but I just wanted to have fun with it today. So
that's good. Tracy, you're up.
All right. Well, I might be I don't know if I'm the only one who did overcoming, even though the pictures won't necessarily show it to you, but it does to me. And also dreaming. So I did this layout where, to me, again, I just pick weird pictures that can go together. This is my daughter years ago, who to me just looks like she's dreaming. What is she going to do? What is, the next plan? And here I've got a friend of mine and her cat. And well, she was overcoming at the time, as Heather may know, but had a heart attack, believe it or not. And so she's just resting there with her cat. And I'm like, yeah, to me, it's like she's still dreaming. She's going to keep going, keep going. And yeah, so since you guys pointed it out, I'm like, maybe I do have some colors of onions, but I have no sunglasses. How about that? None.
None.
There you go.
Well done. Thank you.
That's what I did.
My sunglasses were purple for the onion.
There you go. Rachel, there you go.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if we're supposed to end at 3, but
We get everyone in.
Anyway, so I basically did collage. I did it all. I did an onion drawing with markers. I found a collage house or door, and it says Helen Keller open doors around the edge. I found these women wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
And then
Wow.
oh my gosh, I can't. Then I dream big, you can do it.
Perfect.
I looked up definitions of each of these days to kind of find out what they.
Isn't it neat that we can do that, right? We can come
We're
themes and look
celebrating.
online.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
It is. I do that all the time. So thank you. This was a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
Good.
Anyone else have one that I didn't know how to raise their hand? I don't see anyone.
Rosemary had a picture in the chat. I don't know if you'd be able to pick it out.
There you go.
Goes way back.
iPad was waving at me.
Yes.
Well, just a sec. There we go. All righty. Well, I made a partial because I always have to have a picture to work around. So I don't have my picture on here. And for some reason, I could not use, I have like die cuts with letters. And I picked out Dream Big, but I do not have the right size bottom and cutting thing to use it. It's like sticking. So I played with that for too long. And so this is a little bit incomplete, but I really like the theme of just dreaming big. And to me, going to the beach is wonderful and makes me happy. And the words I have are, I'll read it from this side. Happiness, a distinct feeling of well-being, pleasure, or good fortune. And so that's my dream big.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Love your colors.
I love your sun.
Thanks.
Here you go, Sandy.
You're on mute, Sandy.
You're on mute. Technology. You're still on mute, but you'll get there. There you go.
Sorry, my notifications kept popping up. Okay. I made a pair. It's a sunglass folded. It's a card that opens up inside.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It's fabulous.
I planned it differently, but forgot how this die worked. But I was going to put a scene behind the glasses. I forgot to do that part before I put the silver down. So
it looks great, though.
Lovely.
Very fun idea. Thank you, Tiffany.
How do I turn my phone? How do I turn the thing around? I go like this. I turn the camera.
That's one way to do it. There you go.
I just made a quick Canva scrapbook page. We've got a barbecue with onions, kebabs, and little summer vibes, fun in the sun, kind of the pink and turquoise again.
Beautiful.
Very neat.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And then Rosemary.
Got me hungry with the kebabs, though.
Right? I like onions.
Rosemary shared this one in the comments, which is beautiful.
Cute. Wow.
Your dreams come true, dream big. Lovely.
The dream catcher. Lovely.
Oh, a dream catcher. Yeah.
So many different ideas.
Exactly. And that's so many different ideas and so many different creativities. So I think we got everyone. If I missed anyone, let me know. But thank you all for playing with us this week. So just from a recap, we did all 4 days, which are available. Replays are available till probably July 1st. So if you just today, you can go back and watch the other ones. It's in the replay page that you'll gotten emails, and you'll get in another email shortly. You can go back and watch them. And if you want to come and join the circle and play with us, Sandy and Margaret are in the circle. Suzette, who's not here anymore, was in the circle. And there's been a number of people who have joined. Oh, there she is. Sorry, Suzette, you're still here.
She just waved there.
There are a number of people who have joined the circle, and we would love to have you. If it's something that interests you and you want to kind of do this stuff more regularly, because it just gives you that commitment of crafting for yourself and spending time with some amazing people. But we will do this again after the next summit. So our next summit is November 4th or 5th.
Or hang on, 31. I think it's like 8th that weekend.
I
Because
got
we're
it.
gonna think Halloween's first, and then it's
Starts
the
on
next
November
weekend.
5th and ends on November 9th. So our next summit is November 5th to November 9th. If you know anybody who you would love us to have for speakers, just answer one of our emails and let us know. We have some speakers already signed up, but we're always looking for new people. And then we'll run this same challenge after the summit next time as well in November. If you have any other questions, let us know. We love doing this. This was a lot of fun. It was one of my, hey, Tracy, I think we should try this ideas. And it's turned out really, really well. So I hope you all had fun doing it and have enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Let us know. I'm going to go back to the comments and see what people are typing.
What has the attendance been?
Sorry?
How many participants?
How many participants in this?
Yes.
In this? There were 8 and there were 900 people signed up. The biggest we had 100 the first day. We were about 50 today. We're down lower, and then we were between 50 and 60 each day. The replays, there's been at least 400 or 500 people watching the replays. So yeah, so we had 900 signed up. And everyone wants to sign up and come, but they always can't. But I suspect there'll be a lot more replays on the weekend. People will watch the replays on the weekend and do it.
Yeah.
And the neat part is you can watch the replay and then still do the crafting and then see what people did. So that helps as well. So yeah, we have a lot of people. In our summits, we get a lot. So yeah, so those are our things. If you want to join the circle, if you have any questions, let us know. We're going to put an email out tomorrow with a video of behind the scenes so you can kind of see what it is. And then the doors close on June 30th. And if you want to join, I should put it in here, but it'll come in your email as well. You can join. I have it here. And you have to use a coupon to get the 15% off. Just going to throw it in the comments again. It's there, but it's a lot of fun if that's something that interests you. If not, thank you so much for being on the journey with us, for coming and doing this prompt and play. It's been a huge success. We weren't sure what was going to happen when we decided to do it, and you guys have made it so much fun and inspiring, because the things that you make in 30 minutes, most of you probably didn't think you could when you got the idea. And that's the real cool part about it, is that when you start to do it and it starts to flow, it's amazing what you can do in 30 minutes or less. So any questions? Any comments? No?
When's the next time it'll open? The next summit?
The next summit, most likely. We might do a small opening in September, but most likely the next summit.
When is the summit again?
November 5th to 9th. So the first full weekend of November, not the one after Halloween. Halloween is a Friday, so it's the first full week of November. And we typically have, our aim is to always have 32 speakers. Sometimes we have 32 and a few drop out, which is what happened in the spring summit. But that's what we're looking for. So if you know someone who would be a great speaker, if you want to be a speaker, reach out. We have a great time with doing the summit. And our last summit was fun. You know, the one that we just came out of really went well. We had such great participation with people, and that was really fun for us as well. Just like this, when you guys show up, it makes it so much easier for us and so much more fun.
Is it a Zoom as well, or is it just individual videos?
The summit is a combination of pre-recorded videos. You get 7 to 8 per day, and then we do lives. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see all the lives from the last summit. So we interview our speakers as opposed to just have them by themselves. So we do like an interactive conversation with them. The ones that are available, it's not all of them. All of our old live ones are still up on our YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
In the email as well. But thank you all very much.
Bye.
The best. Thank
Have a
you,
good day.
Sharon, your summits are the best.
Everybody have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, have a lovely weekend, and we will see you next time. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.